Hello everyone, welcome back to Insight. My name is Chris, and today, I'm here to teach you how to approach Part B of the OET Reading subtest. So before watching the video, kindly subscribe to our channel for more updates and interesting contents. Well, to begin with, I'll just outline the various aspects of Part B of the reading subtest. Part B has 6 short extracts, or texts, relating to the healthcare profession. That means, in total, Part B has 6 marks. All the texts are documents related to workplace communications, such as guidelines, emails, reports, memos, policy documents, notices, instruction manuals, or even recommendations to healthcare workers. These extracts can sometimes be a short, individual document, such as email or memo, or a part of a longer document, like policy document, report, or recommendation. So this is how you get Part B questions. There is a general instruction given in the beginning of the Part B. Beneath it, there will be the first question, and the respective text. For each question, there will be 3 answer options. That means, the questions and answers in Part B will be in 3-option multiple-choice format. And each text will be having 100 to 140 words. There will be a title, or heading for each extract. This gives the candidates more insight into the content of the extract. So let's find out how to find answers for Part B questions. For finding the answer, the best way is to follow a QTO approach. Here, Q stands for question, T for text, and O is for answer options. That means, for finding the answer, you need to start with the question. While reading the question, try to find out what the question is asking you to find out from the text. This can be either the main idea of the text, or its purpose. And even sometimes, this can be about a minor detail given in the text. Then, after finding that, you need to go to text. When approaching the text, pay special attention to read the heading, because this helps in understanding the type of document. If you know the type of document, it helps you to understand the context more easily, and it will help to prepare your mind to read what comes next. So for this, read the headline, or the title, or the subject of the document, given at the top. After getting that idea, go through the text, and try to relate the question with the context. While reading, you can scan the text, using the keywords in question, for finding the answer. When looking for the main idea, or the purpose of the text, you need to read for the overall message of the text, rather than finding out 1 or 2 minor details. Also, when finding information about a minor detail, go for that specific detail, using keywords, instead of reading the whole text. After finding the answer from the text, go to the answer options. Then, compare the options with the answer that you have found from the text. But while doing this, be very focused and pay keen attention, because this is the part where you may make some mistakes by choosing the wrong option. So whenever you compare the options, try to make a habit of comparing the meaning, rather than just going for the keyword. Once you found the option which you think fits best according to the text, answer the question by shading the circle in which the letter A, B, or C is given. Now, I'll show you how to find answers for Part B questions. So here's an example. As I said earlier, we have to first go to the question. The question is like this: the manual informs us that the blood pressure monitor. From the question, it's clear that we need to find some information about the blood pressure monitor. So the keywords are blood pressure monitor. Now, secondly, we need to go to the text and find the answer. From the heading, It's understood that the text is an instruction manual for digital automatic blood pressure monitor. So we need to read the whole extract, and find what is said about the device. When we start reading, we can find a subheading, Electromagnetic Compatibility. This shows that the instruction manual of the blood pressure monitor is going to deal with electromagnetic compatibility. The sentences go like this. With the increased use of portable electronic devices, medical equipment may be susceptible to electromagnetic interference. That means, electronic devices used in clinical settings may be vulnerable to electromagnetic interference, as lots of portable electronic devices are very popular today. And because of this trend, there may be incorrect operation of the medical device, and even, it can create an unsafe situation. In order to manage this issue, and to prevent unsafe situations, there's a standard for electromagnetic interferences. And it is said that, this medical device, that is, the digital automatic blood pressure monitor, conforms to this standard, with respect to EMC. However, the manual suggests that, care should be taken to avoid the use of the blood pressure monitor, within 7 meters of cell phones, or other devices, generating strong electrical, or electromagnetic fields. That means, even if there is a standard for regulating, and managing the issue, proper care should be adopted in using the device, when other devices, such as cell phones, are nearby. After getting an idea about the text, the final step is to go to options. So let's compare the answer options. Option A says, the blood pressure monitor is likely to interfere with the operation of other medical equipment. But this piece of information is not given in the text. Because, the first sentences state that, portable electronic devices interfere with the operation of medical equipment. So it's not about the blood pressure monitor. Option B says, the blood pressure monitor may not work correctly in close proximity to some other devices. Proximity means nearness or closeness. So the option means, when the blood pressure monitor is near other devices, it may not work properly. This is matching with the last sentence of the extract. Anyway, option C says, blood pressure monitor should be considered safe to use in all hospital environments. This all hospital environment is not matching with the text, as it is not mentioned anywhere. So, out of the 3 options, the most appropriate option is B. And that's the answer. Here's another question. The question asks to find the purpose of the email. From the heading, or the subject line of the email, it is clear that the email is to all staff, and it's regarding the safe use of opioids. So let's read the email. In August, an alert, or warning was issued, on the safe use of opioids in hospitals. This alert reported the incidence of respiratory depression among post-surgical patients to an average 0.5%. That means, for every 5,000 surgical patients, 25 will experience respiratory depression. If we read further, we can learn that failure to recognize respiratory depression and institute or initiate timely intervention can lead to cardiopulmonary arrest, resulting in brain injury or death. A study looking back on 14,720 cardiopulmonary arrests showed that 44% were respiratory related, and more than 35% occurred on the general care floor. That means, based on the statistics, it is now recommended that post-operative patients now have continuous monitoring of both oxygenation and ventilation, rather than spot checks. Now, if we compare the options, option A says, the purpose is to report on a rise in post-surgical complications. But the email is not about the rise in post-surgical complications. Instead, it's about proper patient care, related to the prevention of respiratory depression and related problems. So option A is wrong. Option B says, the purpose is to explain the background to a change in patient care. This is matching, as we could see the change in the end of the email. That is, spot checks to continuous monitoring. And the background, or reason behind the change is the result of the study. Finally, option C is, remind staff about procedures for administrating drugs. But procedures for administration are not mentioned anywhere in the text. So, the correct answer is option B. So this is how you need to find the answers in Part B of the OET Reading subtest. Well, for answering the questions, you need to shade the circles in which the letters A, B, or C is given. And you need to shade the circles completely with a 2B pencil. I hope you understood the technique and liked the video. Just follow this QTO approach for finding the answers for all the questions in Part B. Stay tuned to Insight. We'll be back with more informative and useful contents for OET Reading subtest. Thank you for watching.